They come from the land down under, a place that's full of tab wonders. Oh, right out the gate, look at this. Oh, these are huge. Huge. Am I lightheaded right now? Sticky. Oh, numero uno. Wow, a flat top tab can from Australia. Now, I'll get to what's important about these in a minute. This is really thick steel. Holy moly. Look at that. We got a Tab Aero logo on the bottom. Untapped. I wonder if somebody must have tapped this somewhere. Wow. A flat top. My first flat top tab can. This is pre-1968, I believe, before pull tabs really came into play. All right, we'll set that here for now. So tall. That's a tall tab can. Now this one is probably in the early, maybe mid-70s. We got a solid pull tab. Looks like maybe there was a sticky note on the top for a long time, I'm sure. Oh, low-calorie beverage. Here we go. Now we're getting into the good. Take on medical advice only. Wow. 13-ounce cans. What a weird numero trace. A little bit rusty, a little bit, corroded, but wow. Take on medical advice only. 0 calories. Low-calorie soft drink. Special dietary food. There you go. Coca-Cola bottlers, Adelaide. I'm guessing that used to say Australia. This one is 370 milliliters. I don't know. That's probably close to 12 or 13 ounces, right? Yeah. Untapped pull tab. Look at that. This one also had a puncture on the bottom. Puncture somewhere. Uncertain. This one, I believe, has an aluminum top, and then the rest of the can is steel. No, this is an aluminum can. I don't want to squeeze it too hard and make any permanent dents, but that's definitely aluminum. So this is probably late 70s, maybe early 80s, before the main, or I guess the most common tab logo came into play. I want to get to the goods on this right here. What makes this one so special? And this one over here as well, I think. Yep. What makes these so special is that these were produced in Australia and New Zealand, and I believe, let me find it, here it is. Suitable for diabetics. Now, this, I looked into this, and I guess the word diabetic has to be as tall as the logo of the actual brand itself. So it's going to be hard for you to, see that. But that's why the word diabetics is so large and seemingly out of place. It's suitable for diabetics, because they needed to clarify that under their what would you call it? I guess dietary guidelines. They had certain rules and regulations on what you had to claim on the bottle or can as a, nutritional kind of beverage, instead of calling it diet or something like that. Like you had in the United States, everything was Diet Right, Diet Cola. I guess over there you couldn't do that. You had to have, very strict formatting guidelines that you had to follow. But this is crazy. Take on medical advice. This is something you would never have seen in the States. I mean, you had the saccharin warning in the US, but I mean, I've never seen any packaging in the US say suitable for diabetics. And I think, that's what most diet sodas probably came out of. Like post-war, you had this just like huge surge in the influx of high sugar, highly processed foods to accommodate, a booming economy and a booming, generation of new children. I mean, you had to satisfy them somehow. Plus with the comfort and satisfaction with, high-paying jobs and a post-war economy. People got fat. That's all I have to say about that. So even 50 years ago, 60 years ago, when these cans were made, I mean, you could see it's like the writing was on the wall, or on the can, as it were. It's like there's going to have to be a change in our dietary intake for basically the entire world, or at least the first world after the war. You know, you get comfortable for too long, you get sedentary, you tend to indulge. But if you do that too much with the tasty, tasty Dr. Peppers of the world and the full sugar Coca-Colas, I mean, that's you're on the fast track to diabetes with that one. Here is a can from my fridge of my private reserve, and you can just see kind of the size difference. These are a little bit wider, but it's definitely, I mean, you got at least maybe 10% more volume in that, in these older ones, these 13-ounce cans. Wow. I love this old kind of like, almost like Art Deco. It used to be kind of like it would have looked like gold leaf on the top and bottom when it was brand new. Very reflective kind of gold paint. Cool. And then the Starburst pattern logo. You can see the little snowflakes everywhere. Those are on the bottles, of course.